Hello, welcome to the channel. The name of this channel is Uncovered and my name is Ibrahim. If this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome, but please kindly subscribe so that you'll be able to see the videos of different neighborhoods that I'm going to show you as you keep coming back to this channel to watch. Alright, please take a moment to subscribe. Just look under this video and see where it says subscribe. Just click on it and turn on the notification button. That way you're not going to miss a thing. On today's tour, we're going to drive through the district of Maitama, which is one of the phase 1 districts of Abuja development plan. I have decided to take a tour of this neighborhood in 3 different phases. Today we're just going to do the part 1 of it, and this part 1 tour will cover the Ibrahim Babangida Boulevard. We're going to just take the trip down the road, this particular road we are on right now, and get back on this spot where we started again. So let's start with the first crescent on our right. The way we'll take the tour of this district is such that we'll be driving into the different crescents and coming right back to the boulevard. That way you have an opportunity to see the neighborhood, the inside part of the neighborhood where people actually reside. You will have an opportunity to see the details of it. You see the infrastructure, the road infrastructure, the buildings. You will have an opportunity to see how beautiful the neighborhood is. You will also be able to assimilate the way the trees are planted in this neighborhood. The tree vistas actually beautify Maitama district, and I would like you to assimilate it all in detail. So the reason why I am going to break the trips of this district into different parts is to give you less time of watching, but at the same time give you an opportunity to see the detailed view of this district. Okay, so please take a ride with me. So this is Ocean Crescent. We are right back to the Ibrahim Babangida Boulevard. This is how we'll be doing it on this tour. We'll keep going right into the crescents and coming right back to the boulevard again. You can see that there are fences, there are walls on both sides of the road. That's because the way this district is designed, especially this boulevard, the way it is designed is such that you don't just build your house and face the gate to the road. It's on very few occasions that you will see gates facing this boulevard. The reason is they don't want people to just drive into this boulevard as soon as you come out of your house. No, the houses here actually have their gates facing the crescents or the streets that lead off this boulevard. So let's get into the second turn. It's also a crescent. It will bring us right back to the IBB Boulevard, but I wanted to take some time to see the buildings and the neighborhood of this particular crescent. There is a T-junction at the end of this road. To my right leads to where the police chief of this country has his official residential quarters. That is this Inspector General of Police. He lives right at the end of this road to my right. But I'm not taking that road today because I need to stick to the boulevard and every other crescent or street of that boulevard. So to my right is the IGP's house, but I'm taking the left turn. Right, we're back to the IBB Boulevard, so we're going to continue down the road. The way I want to cover this neighborhood today is we'll get to the end of this boulevard, do a U-turn and continue right back on it. And as we are coming right back on it, we take all the crescents by our right. That way we have an opportunity to see the buildings and the neighborhood inside the boulevard. Right, I don't want us to just do the roads, I want us to also see what the inside of it, where people actually reside, also look like. So if you look at the left, you will see that there is a crescent that goes into it. That's Lake Chad Crescent. We're going to cover it on our way back along this boulevard, but for now let's absorb the trees, the tree vistas of this neighborhood. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, that's something I love about this particular boulevard, the trees and the way it beautifies the whole place. Take your time to observe it. If you love trees and the way they design streets, you will like to live in Maitama district. So here where there is traffic light is the same road that leads to the Inspector General of Police House. That's why you see the security van parked at that junction. They provide constant security for that particular street. So here is the end of the boulevard. There is a ring road here, so I'm just going to do a round of it and head right back to the road where we came from. That way we'll cover the crescents on our right as we drive right back. It may interest you to know that there are other parts of this district where business office buildings are established. We're going to cover that particular side of this neighborhood in part 3 of this tour. For now, let's continue on this boulevard. So this road to my left that leads to IGP House also has farmers market. That's the market. It's farmers market where fresh fruits and vegetables are sold for people who live in this neighborhood. So if you live in Maitama, you're going to have access to fresh fruits steadily supplied directly from farms. That's one thing people who live here always enjoy. The first crescent on our right as we go right back is the the Lake Chad Crescent. So I'm going to drive into Lake Chad Crescent and eventually come right back to this boulevard. But I would like to show you what the structures look like if you want to live right inside parts of this boulevard. There are schools here, both private schools and public schools, primary and secondary as well. To my right is a school, is a public school, but there are also very fine international schools here. And so it's one amenity that people who live here also have access to. You don't need to go away from this district to attend school or to send your words to school. There are many of such schools in this neighborhood. But one other thing you will find in this district, in Maitama district in its entirety, is high commissions and embassies of different countries. There are so many of them in this district. It's as though every one of them is competing to have a space here. So if you look at my right, you will see a house with a flag. Whenever you see a house with a flag like that, it's likely an embassy of a country, especially if it is not Nigerian flag that is standing in front of that house. Is either an embassy or a high commission of a country. There are so many of them here. They have their official residence here. They also have their offices here. So if you don't find them in this particular neighborhood where we're taking a tour of today, you will likely find them in the next part 2 of this tour. Most buildings here are mansions or duplexes belonging to individuals. There are fewer number of estates in Maitama district. There are estates actually, but there are quite fewer in number. What you find more are individual houses, but they can be quite big. The compound can be very, very large, but they belong to individuals. Sometimes government officials or business people. You also find people who have military backgrounds, owning their houses here. Expatriates love this district very well. So you see so many buildings belonging to them. They may not actually own that building in terms of buying them, but they may be renting them and using them as their quarters. So we're back to the boulevard. We will continue until we find another crescent on our right. We'll drive into it and still show you what this part of it also looks like. So here's another road, but let's try the next one because this might lead us back to the one we just drove out from. If you have enjoyed watching the video so far, please hit the like button for me. That way more people will get to see this video and also see what the Maitama district looks like. So let's get into this crescent and see some of the houses that are in there. Maitama has very interesting restaurants, very posh, international standard restaurants, but they are sometimes hidden in buildings that appear to be private homes that you might not even realize that they are restaurants. They are not usually very loud, but very interesting places to be. Notice that there is no electric poles scattering wires all over the place, but that's because both the electrification and the drainage system are all underground, so you hardly see open drainages or electric poles with wires flying all over the place. That's something else I admire about this district. So we're back on Ibrahim Babangida Boulevard. We have one more crescent to do before we call it a day on this tour. So if you recall, the crescent to the left is where we started. That's the first crescent we drove into today. So let's get back to the point where we started. There is just one more crescent I would like to drive through. That is Panama Crescent. We'll do it, and that will be all for today. There are several hangout spots in this neighborhood as well. Very quiet, serene places to spend time with friends and family. You'll find them in this neighborhood as well. Alright, so here is the spot where we started this tour. But to my right is Panama Crescent. So I'm going to drive into it and then come out just ahead. I just wanted to see what this particular part of it also looks like. You may notice that whenever we drive into a crescent, there are streets and closes that lead off the crescent as well. So you have many houses that are down the road and down into the crescent, into the streets and closes. If you actually drive into them, you will appreciate the structures, the architectural structures of buildings that you find there. So you can still find empty lands here where you can build your own house. The house to my right is still under construction. There are people who can still sell lands to you here, or sell already finished houses to you here, so you can have a home here. Anyone can actually come here and buy a house and live in it, as long as you can afford it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. While we await the part 2 of it, I would like you to please hit the like button for me, so that more people will get to see this particular video. And I am hoping to see you in part 2 of it. Thank you for taking your time to watch. I hope to see you in the next video.